just like before. Everything you say to me, just be one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge.
To my 7 viewers, you're probably wondering, where have I been? Well, simply, I was in London on Saturday, and on Sunday I uploaded my leg day. If you haven't watched it, please do. Yes, my videos out there. But yeah, again, when it comes to push day, I had to do something for my dad, so hence why I cut it short. And I've decided I'm not going to post a short video. I'm just going to combine the two of push day and pull day together, just to save myself some time. And yeah, welcome to the video. Today we'll be starting off with push day, which I finish on Skull Crushers for only one set, which is abysmal. So today, which the day I'm recording this, was pull day, so I did some triceps and everything like that. Yeah, so it's just push and pull day. For those who want to watch the workout and stuff, I talk over it and I explain myself. I may crack a joke now and again, I don't fucking know. But anyway, on to a thing that really does, irritate me in the gym community. Well, as people in my gym and other gyms specifically, people don't understand the importance of a program and, structuring your workouts, because I used to be a lot like some people. I didn't structure my, workouts. I just did what I wanted, and then I moved on to more of a structure. So, I did what I wanted for like a month, and then I thought I need a leg day and lower and upper. So I had that bit of a split. But that was just because I needed to, get that leg power in and stuff for, my kickboxing and all that. So I trained mainly legs and abs for that. And also, certain movements for, boxing and stuff. But in terms of that, it evolved when I met Captain Pisstain himself. I remember I wanted to, put more into, actual muscle building and stuff like that. So I had a trainer and I, said, oh, what kind of split do I need? And he put me on a push-pull leg split, which I kind of still do, I don't know. But it'll inevitably change. But I put that split on, I gained a lot of muscle, I put a lot of strength on, which I transitioned to what my friend was on. It was like a Dave Trains thing. So it was push-pull legs, basically. And then my friend got me onto a different one, and it was more of a powerlifting, power building kind of thing. And I gained more muscle and more strength with that. And now I'm technically doing the same thing. I'm trying to get strong, bigger, stuff like that. And the whole reason I've managed to do that is, I've put my mind to it and I've thought, this is what I want. I want to get stronger and bigger. Therefore, I'm going to do a structured program, which will, inevitably, make me stronger and bigger. So it's all a case of, if you have good genetics, you'll grow either way. But for a person like me, I don't think I have particularly, insane genetics. I don't have the most insane natural physique. But I'd say I at least have a decent physique, but I think that's because of my discipline and, putting a structure to my programs and stuff. And I'd definitely say that's all part of that, really. I believe a lot of people can get a good physique. No matter how shit you start off in life, you can still, make stuff happen. I know some of you may feel like you're too fat, you're too skinny to start the gym, but come on. You can lose the fat. Do your cardio every day to lose that fat. Do like, an hour a day. Lose all that fat and then build some muscle afterwards. And have a calorie deficit for one. And then my skinny guys out there, for the lads, you know, the twigs, the strings of piss. Eat more. Just eat fucking more, and then you'll gain size. You know, particularly protein and carbohydrates that you need. Stuff like that, and you will actually gain muscle through the training and, you know, structuring your program and training goddamn hard. And that is the secret recipe from Kung Fu Panda. There's no secret ingredient, it's just logic. So become Kung Fu Panda and have the physique of Tai Lung, aka have a massive upper body with very tiny legs. But anyway, we'll get into the push workout. It is week 2, so it's gonna be you know, fairly heavy. You know, I mean, I've already done it, so it was a bit heavy, but yet again, it shouldn't be feeling that heavy. But I'll speak at the end anyway about it. So enjoy the next segment.
So after, you know, a while, I've composed two of my workouts together just to save me some time. But anyway, squat 200. It's week 2, so fairly okay. Although I am quite disappointed with the result of it just being, you know, not as smooth as I thought it would be, and it felt a bit heavier. But inevitably, I'll able to counter effect that with you know, a bit, because I feel like I haven't been eating as I usually would, so I'm probably gonna eat more and you know, try and like put myself up, you know, in terms of energy, because I tend to rely a lot on energy drinks, which isn't that great. So just in future, you know, try and put more into my system, more carbs and stuff, instead of just straight up protein and everything. But 160 went okay. It's just not as I wanted it to be. The second set was better, I'll admit, but overall it needs improvement and everything. Just need to, you know, figure out where I am currently. But anyway, bench, and for those who watch my videos and everything, is this a pause? 1, 2, bang. I'm pretty sure that is a 1 second pause right there. For my friends that keep bullying me saying I don't pause my reps because they're powerlifting nerds, there's your proof. I pause my reps. So suck my balls. I pause my reps for 1 second. So yeah, suck my big Caucasian balls, thank you very much. But yeah, now done with 115, so we'll probably move on to 120 hopefully next week. Hopefully is all I'm saying. And we'll have to see, because I want to get back to benching my usual weight. No longer a fucking bitch at this point, so yeah. But any news, just some flies, get that chest nice and pumped and everything. And yeah, unfortunately I only managed to do like chest flies and then 1 set of skull crushers, which was kind of unfortunate, but yeah, again, it needed to be done. So I just trained them the next day, hence why I put these two together. So, but flies went fairly okay. I'm still not pressing as usual, because I'm still waiting for a private physio to get back in touch with me. So still waiting on that, and yeah, hopefully I get sorted very soon, because it's taking the piss now. So I mean, the doctor said everything was okay, but it still fucking hurts. So it's not all okay. So yeah, and I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I can just say to them, well, your little scan didn't fucking work, so But it's free healthcare. What do I expect? Some work harder than others is all I'll just say. And yeah, just what happens really. And now on to Skull Crushers. For those who don't know, I do Skull Crushers mainly for tricep strength and everything, so I have a stronger bench and stuff. But yeah, not really for tricep hypertrophy, shall I say. I'm just trying to gain more tricep strength in everything. So, and I'll be adding more tricep movements in my next program. So, stay tuned for that. And yeah, definitely more strength movements going into the next, next blocks of working out. So, hopefully, I'll get a lot bigger than this. As you can see. Hopefully a lot bigger and stronger going forward. And yeah, I'll have a little mid segment just coming up, so I'll just talk through that and then go on to pull day. So enjoy.
So I'm recording on my phone, just primarily because my camera thinks it's basically pitch black. So I just decided to go with the lower quality, and I'll be looking at the screen and stuff instead of like right at the camera here. So, but anyway, you're probably thinking, where was the video for a couple days? Primarily, this is like the mid segment, so like the middle between the 2 days, like so it is week 2, and and unfortunately I had to go do something for my dad, so hence why the workout was very short, and also no fault to themselves, or but the people I was benching with took very long, so I didn't really get my workout in. Hence why this is going to be like a bit of a middle thing, and I'm going to move on to pull day. So pull day, got deadlift 225 kilo, so enjoy that. And yeah, the rest of the pull day, and I'll be doing triceps at the end as well because I missed that.
Now, deadlifts on pull day. Got to 25 on the bar. It went up okay, It just felt a bit off, but not too sure if that's just like my energy levels and everything. But could be something to do with that. But there's always variables when it comes to strength and everything like that, and performance. But when it came to 185, it went up fairly easy. It was quite easy afterwards. I think with my 225, I didn't really pull slack that much. So I just need to concentrate on that, and that's a big important thing that I need to keep in mind, because by pulling slack, you're pulling the tension out of the bar, and it will go up a lot easier. So I need to keep that in mind when I go for, my maxes and everything. So, yeah, hopefully it's still in the books for some PRs and everything. So, just need to, concentrate on what I eat and everything. So, I'm trying to energize myself, just, stuff like that, getting my protein in, getting a bit of carbs in, and, all the, nutrients I need, like my creatine and stuff, because you don't want to be slacking on stuff like that. But anyway, pen lay rows, 110, trying my hardest with it. Soon we'll be pen lane rowing 120, so I can row upright row, whatever it's called, like 120. So I believe, well, I used to be able to do that, but I no longer do it because it's a shit movement in my opinion. But pen lay rows, they do help with the explosive power and everything, and yeah, so they're there for a reason. But anyway, rows themselves, so like some cable rows. These just, building up that traps. I'm leaning further back, pulling into my back and trying to squeeze squeeze my shoulder blades together and try and activate the trapezius muscle. I don't know if it's even called the trapezius. I just call it trapezius because it's some Latin word. That honestly I don't care about. Latin's an ancient language that no one gives a fuck about. Yeah, most of Europe's languages are related to Latin, but I have English for a reason. I speak English. I speak Inglés. You know, I speak English. I'd rather it be English. So I understand instead of some ancient language that no one cares for. But overall, it was a fairly good, cable row and everything. Looks pretty good, and everything. Forms there. Try to keep that tension all the time. Even when it comes to that pull down, which we'll see in a bit. So it's all about the tension on the muscle, the tension and intensity on the muscle and everything. Even though I may not seem to do many reps on lat pull down here because I was pretty fatigued from rows, because I don't usually do that so often. I usually do lat pull down before, but it was taken. So with this, I just keep the tension, pull down. I don't completely throw myself back, but I do have a bit of an arch when I do lat pull down, so I get deeper into that muscle and everything. But it's all up to you if you want to arch it. I know some people arch it and might turn me on or something, but never mind that. I'm definitely not talking about my friends. If you're watching this, you know who you are. But anyway, we're now on to some preach curls with single arm, because I believe single arm preach curls are way better than just a little barbell, because you can help yourself up when you are struggling, because you don't need a spotter for this. And when the weight finally gets to that near failure point, you can push yourself past failure, and that's what I love about this movement. Because some cable curls, you can just edge the way up, but with this you can actually physically help yourself. Hence why I do this first. I go heavy on these movements. I don't do many reps and all that. I do 3 sets, which I'll just show you the 2 here and everything. And with this, it's just to build up that tension and strength, because it also stimulates your muscles. It don't matter what rep range you use, it will still stimulate and everything. So just take it from me, I do high rep ranges to low rep ranges, and I've managed to build my physique. So don't really matter about the rep range. All it does is build muscle and strength. Particularly with this movement, I am building some sort of strength, but also you don't really need strong biceps really in the grand scheme of it. But I can tell you this, it for the weakest muscle in the body, I think, per pound or something, I can't remember the statistic, but definitely one of the weakest. I have no clue, but but yeah, with this in mind, just pushing through it and getting that over and done with, and then going on to cable curls, which I started doing a front cable curl thing, and then I went on to where I was using both of my arms for a cable curl, because I don't like this forward one particularly, but I do it if I have no other choice and I really need to get through it. So, and only when the lad next to me was gone, I managed to get on there too. So it's all good. But yeah, by doing the behind cable curl, it stimulates a different area of the bicep. It's all that science-based training. which I'll argue you need a bit of both worlds. You know, you need a bit of that bro science, but you need a bit of, you know, you really do need to, you know, think about what you're doing. So because yeah, it's cool, you're just curling like 70 kilo, but is that building your biceps? Not really. Especially if you have uneven like proportions like me. I even have them naturally where one bicep is longer than the other. So like even just like insertions wise. That's just like a genetic thing, but I can definitely like even them out when it comes to size and everything. So with that in mind, it's just like getting through that sort of thing. And yeah, just going through that sort of movement will inevitably help with bicep growth and, you know, hitting it from different angles. I was about to say something, but for speaking of different angles, we're going from, you know, biceps to triceps. I had a new thing that my friend decided to show me. It's like, I don't know, some Jerome tug-offs while laying down. You know, I don't know what these are called. But it's honestly pretty good. You know, usually I hate rope push down because in my very expert opinion, I think it's very shit for triceps if you're just standing up. But that's just my own opinion. And some people may say my opinion sucks, to which that's your opinion. But these definitely felt a lot better. So I might introduce these in future and other tricep movements because I want to improve my tricep strength and, you know, size and everything like that. And hopefully, you know, with some different things I can implement into my program, I'll be able to, you know, increase my bench and, you know, increase my size in my tricep and stuff. But yet again, it all can be improved. And yeah, I'll show you all this, the posing, and then you get to see Captain Pisstain at the end. And then, of course, me at the end, you know. But yeah, my physique looks okay. It just needs, you know, more work in my personal opinion. But yeah, all looking good so far. But yeah, anyway, on to Captain Pisstain himself. Oh yeah, Captain Pisstain with the BBC jerk-offs. Let's go. Oh yeah. Tricep extension master right now. Oh yeah. What a guy. You're jerking two of them at once. Got an air fryer now, you know. It's cooking up some, you know, some chicken. Pretty good. You know, I was nerfed. I was more of an oven boy, but now I've got an air fryer. I can finally, you know, obtain my true strength and, you know, ability. I hope, you know, what's his name? I don't know who's the classic guy currently, but the current open guy, I don't know. I should know him, he's British, but fuck. But anyway, the top Olympia guy, he better watch out because I'm coming for him. Totally. You see this? It's like anabolic steroids for me. I've been nerfed my entire life. Been too broke to even touch a thing like this. And now, the power of a fucking air fryer, I shall obtain. I shall gain like 20 inches of muscle on each part of my body, apart from the ones that actually count, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I shall enjoy the rest of this and talk to you later.